How's it going, everybody? My name is Nick. I also go by Golden Guy, and I'm your coach of the Philadelphia Panthers. And we're coming back to you with another UPA Wi-Fi Draft League matchup. This is week 2. Unfortunately, we took an L in our week 1 opener to a well-played Cali Rex Ice Rider, and we are looking to bounce back in this week 2 match, and we have our work cut out for us, as we are taking on Coach DJS and their Tentacruel Pirates. I've just gotten to know DJS real briefly here, like in their content. Basically because of BBRD League, they made it to the championship of the D League, and I've seen their content. They play absolutely phenomenally, and it's nothing that we can take lightly. And they've got a pretty threatening team, as all of our opponents usually do. And this team consists of 2 Ubers in Lunala and Palkia. Then he's got Meowscarada paired with a Terra Latios, which is absolutely insane. I think it's just insane that Latios couldn't Terra in this league, but Latios could, but neither here nor there. Then he's got Scizor and Clodsire as a good defensive core. Snorlax to pair with them, as well as the Doxbun for wish support. Talonflame as the, I would assume, primary hazard removal on the team, and overall fastest Mon in this matchup. And then last but certainly not least are his next 2 Terra Captains in Knucklestack and Swadloon. Lunala has an ability similar, I think it's called Shadow Shield. It's similar to Dragon Knight's Multi-Scale, meaning that we have to hit it as long as it's at full, then the first attack on it is gonna register as, I think, like not super effective, or essentially just not do as much damage as we need it to. So we've got to hit it before we can actually hit it, you know what I'm saying? Palkia hits hard on the special side, can be a Choice Scarf set, could even be a Trick Room set. I mean, just like that Cali Rex Ice Rider from last week, it's always a threat against our team. Meowscarada is a decent lead for my opponent's squad, it could be lead spikes, just focus sash, U-turn, Choice Scarf, so on and so forth. But it is very threatening to our team if it were to be like a Choice Scarf or Choice Bend, because it does get things that super effectively hit pretty much the entirety of my team, especially the ones that I brought. It gets Power Gem for Ho-Oh, it gets low fighting moves for Iron Treads, bug moves for Ogerpon, Thunder Punch for the Toxapex. I think it gets a flying move like Aerial Ace or something for Hitmontop, and it has access to dark moves, right? And then it also has access to that Flower Trick, which just crits every single time. Terra Latias. I think that's going to be the Terra Captain of this match if it comes. I think it has a relatively good, decent matchup here. I think that Terra Steel probably makes the most sense as a defensive Terra, because my team, it looks like, kind of struggles with it, and it could take on anything that might want to just, fight into those steals, like Hitmontop or Ho-Oh potentially if it's packing Thunderbolt. Scizor, I'm kind of wishy-washy on whether or not it's going to come to this match. I just think that there are better Mons against my team. However, if Scizor does come, I could see it being some kind of just bulky knockoff user with a defog potentially, but I definitely think that Talonflame comes over the Scizor and has access to defog. So let's just skip right on to that Talonflame, and I think if it comes, it has to be Flame Body. I don't think Gale Wings makes a whole lot of sense in this matchup, other than to hit Ogerpon if my Ogerpon is the one that Terras. But Flame Body, on the other hand, can pretty much stop any of my other physical attackers in their tracks if they get burned. So I do think that Flame Body makes the most sense, and makes sure that Ogerpon can't U-turn around freely, Hitmontop can't just throw off random physical attacks for free, and so on and so forth. Clodsire is an amazing special wall, gets access to stall moves like Toxic and Recover, but it can also set up T-Spikes and Stealth Rocks, if I'm not mistaken. It's just an overall pain in the butt. Probably has Earthquake. It probably just runs dual stab if it's running 2 offensive moves at all. Snorlax I don't think is coming. I don't think it has a great matchup into my team. I'm not very specially oriented, I don't think. It could come to sit in front of a Drifblim, maybe, that wants to just fire off Shadow Balls or something like that. But overall, I don't think Snorlax has a great matchup here. Darkspun, if it comes, it's definitely going to be like a defensive set. Probably Wish, Protect, Baton Pass, maybe, and Play Rough if I had to guess. I don't expect an offensive Darkspun in this match. It just doesn't look that great. Knucklestack, I think, has more viability than the Darkspun, Snorlax, or even Scizor in this match. As maybe like a Terra fighting. My team does look relatively susceptible to Iron Defense setup or defensive setup and then just body pressing its way through and not being able to do anything about it. And we might just have to rely on some Ogerpon crits with our Ivy Cudgel if we get ourselves into that situation. If it comes, I could see it being Terra Steel to deal with that kind of stuff. Terra Steel just honestly looks like the best into me, in my opinion. And then last but certainly not least is the Swadloon. While I don't think that this will come at all, if it does come, it's definitely going to be some kind of sticky web set. Honestly, I had to make a set for it to put it in my calcs, and I was struggling to find 4 moves. I chose like Bug Bite, Electro Web, Sticky Web, and String Shot, so like speed control Swadloon with like max defense, max HP, Violate. But I really don't think it comes. If it does, it's probably a lead, but I think we have ways to deal with it. So let's talk about the team that we are going to bring and why we're bringing it, as always. So our dedicated lead in this matchup is going to be Hitmontop with the Assault Vest. Making his debut, we did make some transactions. I didn't talk about that, but we ended up picking up Hitmontop and Drifblim and dropping Girder and Chansey. I just felt like more hazard removal on my side definitely helped, especially with having Ho-Oh on the team. And so that's what we ultimately ended up going with. Anyway, Hitmontop's going to be our dedicated lead with Fake Out, Mach Punch, Triple Axle, and Sucker Punch. I want to hit Fake Out against anything not named Lunala. Fake Out into Mach Punch kills any normal Meowscarada, like offensive Meowscarada. If it's bulky Meowscarada, we're not killing it. But Fake Out into Mach Punch would pick up the KO. Triple Axle is there to help break the Shadow Shield on the Lunala and the Gale Wings potentially on Talonflame, and then maybe to get a cheeky hit off on Latias as well. And then Sucker Punch is there to just help revenge things. We just wanted as much priority as we could, so this is what we're rocking with. Ho-Oh's rocking the Life Orb this week with Brave Bird, Sacred Fire, Earthquake, and Recover. Between Brave Bird, Sacred Fire, and Earthquake, we're hitting the entirety of the team at least neutrally, if not super effectively, depending on the Terra types, which is pretty great. I think Palkia, Lunala, yeah. Brave Bird, Life Orb, Brave Bird, nothing really wants to switch into it, other than maybe Knucklestack. But we can just go right out on into Iron Treads with our Covert Cloak, as they try to either Salt Cure or set up their own Stealth Rocks, and we can knock off the Eviolate, go for an Earthquake, set up our own rocks, or even Rapid Spin from there. Then we have Latios rocking the Soul Dew. We are dual stab, but 3 attacks, right? Luster Purge, Dragon Pulse, and Draco Meteor. I'm bringing Draco Meteor in case the Clodsire comes, so that I can just fire off Draco Meteors for free in front of it if it's unaware. Thunder Wave was just to get some cheeky parries on things that might be faster than my Ho-Oh or Ogerpon. And then Luster Purge drops a Spadef on each mon as long as they're not Covert Cloak. Dragon Pulse is there for just a strong stab move. Next up we have Ogerpon, and rocking with the Expert Belt this week, Ivy Cudgel, Knock Off, Rock Tomb, and U-Turn. This hits the entirety of the team pretty hard. We are planning on terroring Ogerpon once again this week, and hoping just to deal massive damage. Rock Tomb is there solely for the Talonflame, so that we can drop its speed and just hit it super effectively. my opponent has to watch out for clicking defog on any potential rocks that are out there if I have not terra'd my Ogre Pawn yet, because they would end up giving me a +2 in attack, and then I just Terra, get that +1 speed, and I think that we could honestly clean from there, but I don't think my opponent's going to let that happen. They're too skilled of a battler. Last but certainly not least is Toxapex, rocking the Rocky Helmet. Liquidation, Toxic, Recover, and Haze, just a degenerate Toxic Recover set. Liquidation just for some damage, and then Haze to stop any setup on my opponent's side. That's the team that we're rocking with. We're going to try to get connected here with DJS here in a sec and get this battle on the way. Looking for our opponent, they said that they will be... Looks like we have found our opponent, so let's get this match on the way. He did let us know that they were Terra Electric Latias. Oh! Freak. Okay, Snorlax does come. Clodsire does come. No Talonflame, no Knuckle-Stack. That's fine with me, I think. Honestly, I don't know what the Snorlax is meant to do in this matchup, but we'll find out, I'm sure. Okay, lead. Hitmontop. We said good luck, have fun in the chat already. So we got Latias, Meow, Palkia, Lunala, Claude, and Snorlax. Alright, everybody's locked in. Let's get this match on the way, guys. We got our dedicated lead in Hitmontop to fake out anything except the Lunala, and we'll go from there. Cat Stevens, that's gonna be that Meowscarada, baby. Alright, so my opponent leads Meowscarada. We are just going to fake out and see what kind of damage that we are getting on this. If it is no bulk, we should be doing 25% min. He could be afraid of a triple axle here and just want to U-turn out. Could be afraid of a Mach Punch, which would do a significant chunk of damage, especially if I were like, okay, so they are just going to withdraw. That's fine, because if I were like choice banded Mach Punch, that I knock it out if it's not. Okay, that's fair. That is perfectly fine. Lunala's here. We do have the Assault Vest, so we do live. So I'm just going to go for a triple axle here. Psyshock comes out. Okay, we might not live this. He does pack the Psyshock and he does pick up the KO. Depending... I was definitely worried about that, and I don't know why. Yeah, that was a roll depending on the set. Okay. I'm just going to go out into Iron Treads here. Moongeist Beam will do a good chunk, but we are faster than this thing and we can knock off an item on something that wants to switch in. I could have gotten Stealth Rocks up for free here because there is no hazard removal on my opponent's side of the field. Hitmontop went down to Side Strike. Okay, that's fine. No Psyshock, sorry. As Mastodon comes in, that's gonna be Palkia. This is floating in the air. That did about 30% as we get rid of the Lustrous Orb. Hydro Pump's going to hurt here. So I think I can just go out into Ogre Pawn is relatively free here. let's go out into Toxapex here. Lunala picked up the kill on Hitmontop. Hitmontop is definitely going to be my switch in here, unfortunately. So yeah, and he does miss the Hydro Pump, which is unfortunate for my opponent. Okay, so that knockoff from Treads, right? That did 25%. Yeah, so that's no bulk, okay. I think I can just Toxic here. Substitute, okay. So we see Sub and Hydro Pump. So this might have like Calm Mind. And Ogre Pawn. U-turn should break a sub, but they could easily set up a Calm Mind here or go out into or Spatial Rend. I think this has a chance to drop some stats, if I remember correctly. I'm just going to U-turn out and hopefully break this up. It's crazy that he has to go up so high. Does it break the sub? No, it doesn't. Okay. That's crazy that it didn't break the sub. So Hydro Pump could kill here. I'm just gonna go out into Baldo to take the Spatial Rend. Spatial Rend count down to... He's used 2 of them? Yeah, okay. We can shrug that off. Let's just recover that off. Thunder, okay. And he does hit. Fuck. I am playing awful, okay. So that's his full moveset. So he has to hit a Hydro Pump with... So Palkia kills Toxapex. I'm just gonna Earthquake here. He can set up a sub if he wants to, or he can try and hit a Hydro Pump. I'm playing absolutely terrible. Hydro Pump and he does hit. Okay. That's another kill for Palkia. That sucks. I am just going to go out into Ogre Pawn, Terra, and hit this thing with an Ivy Cudgel. Treads and Toxapex are off the layout. Okay. He's going to go out into... Is it Clodsire? I don't think Clodsire wants to take 2 of these. That does give us the speed boost, so unless the Meowscarada is Scarf, then we should be fine. Okay. Are you Black Sludge? No, you're not. Okay. I'm just gonna go for it. I think that's what I have to do here. And hope I can just pick up the kill. Yes. And that was a crit. Okay. That may have mattered, but we definitely had the roll there. Assuming it was... yeah, I think so. Clodsire comes out, so this is telling me that this is Scarf. No doubt about it. So I'm gonna go out into my Ho-Oh on Meowscarada. U-turn comes off. That's fine. Cult of Luna, that's gonna be the Lunala. I think I'm free to just the Brave Bird. Oh, agility, okay. That's fine, I think. So this thing is sitting at, what, 50, we'll say 65%. I am going to Sacred Fire here to try and... okay, so, oh, good tech, okay. Good tech. Does he miss? Does he miss? Come on, miss, 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 miss. Yes! Yes! That miss was huge. Ho-Oh picks up a kill on Lunala. I had a hope for the miss to get back in this. Mastodon comes out. That's going to be the Palkia. I'm going to switch out into Latios here. He has the Spatial Rend, yep. That's fine. Palkia is going to claim another kill. It's absolutely insane. Latios goes down. As we switch back out into Astaroth here. And just click Ivy Cudgel. Okay, this should be, I would assume, the Snorlax. Dope Smoker. Yep. Ivy Cudgel into Snorlax. As I just go for... so that was a crit, right? Crit did 75%, which means like you have no defense. I'm just gonna knock off here in case he wants to switch out. Preserved it. Okay. What was he? Covert Cloak, okay. Ogre Pawn kills Snorlax. Okay, so Latias, Terra Electric, Thunderbolt, into my Ho-Oh. Shouldn't kill. Yeah, it shouldn't kill. So I'm gonna try to play on him not going for Thunderbolt. So even if... Ice Beam, okay, yep. That's fine. And... we just go for... Palkia. Hydro Pump doesn't kill. So in case they switch out, then I just go for a recover. Okay, so they're going to just Thunderbolt here, I would assume. Terra Electric, which means that the Ivy Cudgel should always be killing. Yep, okay. So, Ogre Pawn, Thunderbolt, should not be killing. We're sitting at 87 health. Yeah, we should be living that. So I think I stay in here and just Sacred Fire for damage. Thunderbolt comes off. So that goes 349 down to 187. 349. So 87% down to 187. That did 40%. So I can just recover here. As they go for a recover of their own, that's fine. They're sitting at 85%. I think I Sacred Fire here. And then switch out to Ogre Pawn on the next turn. Yep. Yeah, so I think I have to switch out to Ogre Pawn here. Try to catch the Thunderbolt. Yes, we should live this. We do. And On the off chance that this Meowscarada is a Scarf, I'm just going to go for a knockoff here. As we do, as Ogerpon picks up a 3rd kill against Latios. I would assume that, I don't know what. Let's see. They were Lumberry, so if they got burnt, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Latios goes down, Cat Stevens is coming out. The real question is, does the cat have Power Gem? I think I have to switch out to Ho-Oh here. And hope that they U-turn or something. Knockoff, okay. That's fine. I thought it was fine. As we recover. Yeah, okay. That's gonna get them the win. I think they're Scarf. If it turns out they're not Scarf, then they're not Scarf, right? But I think that they are Scarf, and I just blundered there at the end, unfortunately. That's gonna probably cost us another win. Assuming that they are not Scarf. We're gonna go for Ivy Cudgel on the off chance. Yep, they're Scarf. Okay. No worries. That sucks. That we did pull it back thanks to some hacks. Scarf Meowscarada made a lot of sense into my team. Letting Hitmontop go down turn 2 was absolute trash. It was a decent check to the Palkia. Toxapex going down to a Thunder was also trash. I didn't even think about it. Wouldn't have registered anyway. Good game to my opponent. I don't know what's wrong with my play recently, guys. It's been absolute trash, but good game to my opponent. We almost pulled it back once again. Lost 2-0, and we're going into week 3 with an 0-2 record at -4. All there is up from here, I guess. So keep looking on the bright side, and hopefully we can bounce back. My name's Nick. I also go by Golden Guy, and I'm your coach of the Philadelphia Panthers. We'll be seeing you guys.